go. 13, right? Week 13. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, you ready to roll, buddy?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, week 14, Yeet League. How we doing tonight? We got Yeet ESPN here. We're going to cover Mike's matchups. We're going to cover Pat's power rankings. We're going to cover what's going on around the league. How you doing tonight, Mike? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Also, we're going to dive into the playoffs.
The playoff picture is pretty clear, if you ask me.
Last regular season week for the Yeet League. This league is cutthroat.
Real bad man.
My friends.
It's wild.
Cutthroat.
It's wild.
It's a great league. Great league.
Great league.
Yeah.
This has been probably the most competitive league I've ever been in. This particular season. It's anybody can win.
If we were a college football conference, which one would we be?
Oh, shoot.
Are we the SEC?
We might be the SEC because they're really good all through the middle.
Yeah.
The SEC's strong this year. Not the Big 12 because this is a good league. Not the Big 10 because we don't have any Nebraska teams. Who would be Nebraska in this league?
Ooh.
Got to be Tristan, right?
I mean,
Tristan
TP still, hey, he's still got a shot. Everybody still has a shot.
But the thing with Tristan and Nebraska is it's like Nebraska, they have some good weeks, but they can't ever get it done. Tristan's had a good team, but he's not getting it done.
Man, that guy's projected at so high every fucking week. And just
what if he wins this week with Grant? That'd be a wild
makes
matchup.
it in. He's gonna have to.
I think Grant is out. Sneak peek. Sorry, Grant.
He's lost 5 in a row.
5 in a row, Grant.
We'll dive into that.
Yeah, not right now. Mike, the Cyclones play Arizona State in the Big 12 championship.
You know what? I'm happy for my Cyclone friends. Iowa lost to Iowa State this year, as we know.
Yes, we did.
But the opportunity for Iowa State to make the first ever 12-team college football playoff, that's pretty cool. Good for you, Iowa State fans. That being said, I hope you get dragged on Saturday.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks.
How do you feel about it?
I think the Cyclones are not a very good team, and I think they're going to get embarrassed.
I haven't watched Arizona State at all, so I don't know a ton about them. But
no, I don't either.
Just weird. Arizona State, Iowa State. Just doesn't make sense.
When you
feels like a bowl game.
I feel like a hater, and I feel bad about that, but I am what I am. Okay, I feel how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch Iowa State play, they're just not very big. They're not very fast. They're not very physical. They just look like they're playing in a lower division than the SEC and then most of the Big Ten. It's just
what does that say about Iowa then? Since we lost them,
we got our butts kicked.
Yeah. But I blame Cade.
Yeah, Cade's partially to do. This whole season's been wild for Iowa, but for college football in general. We got a 3-loss Alabama. We got a 2-loss Georgia. We beat the brakes off of Minnesota, who ended up beating Michigan, and Michigan beat Ohio State. How do you square that circle?
I don't know. It's crazy. I would not want to be the ones deciding who makes those first few games.
It'd be tough.
Right.
It'd be tough. It's going to be fun. College football, I love it more than the NFL. Let's get back into the NFL, though, because that's what this video is for, and that's what this league is about.
Absolutely.
Quick peek, though. This is Iowa and Arizona State's first ever matchup. Isn't that interesting?
Really?
Yep. Same league, conference championship. They've never played before. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Crazy.
Hawkeyes beat Nebraska, by the way. 5 first downs in the whole game. That's all you need.
Fuck them. They're so goddamn dumb. Their whole team's transferring too. They lost all their coaches. It's
you guys are a joke.
It's hilarious. We don't have a single Nebraska fan in our league, do we?
No, I'm just saying in general. Yeah. For all, I mean, it's not just members of the league that watch this. We literally get tens of views every week.
True. We do have that one Nebraska fan, that random Nebraska fan that searches our videos.
He loves watching about the Yeet League. Tough loss to Tristan this week. All right. I'm proud of the Burger Boys. We got outclassed. It was a bit of just a down in the trenches, throwing punches kind of game, and Tristan got the better of us. We just weren't quite ready to roll, and I can't say anything else other than that. Good win, Tristan, but we're coming hard this week. Okay, we're gonna be coming hard.
We're coming.
What if Tristan beats Grant? Do we want to talk about that right now?
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Dylan went nuclear last week.
Dylan did have a great week.
Welcome back, Dylan. I think he was the 4th highest scorer in the league.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. Gift and Dakota went off. Dakota What a team. What a team. Giff, he's getting fucking. I mean, he's been hot. He's staying hot.
He's
You
lost.
know who else is hot?
He's lost 2 in a row.
Well, okay, but he scored 148 points last week. He scored 130 points
Yeah,
the week
he had
before.
Judy.
Yeah,
Judy almost had fucking 50 points and
Yeah.
won that game, but
Crazy.
came up short.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough, Giff. I'm sorry.
I know Dakota was sweating bullets there for a minute.
Absolutely. Judy with a game like that. And that was a heck of a game.
That was a fun Monday night game.
And Judy went off like that, and then Denver still wins.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Crazy.
Jameis is the best. I love Jameis so much.
The Browns are now fun to watch because of Jameis.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't have that rapist at quarterback anymore. I'm not talking about Brett Favre. So.
Packer fans.
Hey, shouts out to our sponsor tonight, Miller Lite. Mike is brand repping hard. Thank you to our chief sponsor, Miller Lite. Cheers. Mike, anything else before I get into the power rankings? What do you got?
Dude, let's just fucking hit it and hit it hard.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Yeet League. Sorry we missed the video last week. We were traveling, how the holidays are, So had some technical difficulties. But we're back and we're better than ever, baby.
Possibly that week might make an appearance in our deleted scenes
at
the end of the season. So stay tuned.
We're going to have some bloopers. It's going to be a fun one, guys. All right. Power rankings, week 14. Okay. The number one seed. And I'm going to say this, 1, 2, and 3, they're guaranteed. They're sure thing. They're in the playoffs. It's a done deal. Close the door. Close the book. 1, 2, and 3, they're in. How's it going to be seeded? We'll find out. But Dakota's in at number 1. Cullen's in at number 2. Trent's in at number 3. And by the way, Cullen and Trent, they just played. One of them had to lose. They both scored well in the 120s, 130s. So, respect it.
Colin with a tough 2 games.
Yeah, back to back.
End of the year, but he already got that dub last week.
But he's in. That's all he needed. He had to. If he won last week, he's fine this week. So he's in. No worries. 1, 2, and 3 are easy. Number 4 is really very difficult, guys. We have a 4-way tie for number 4. Really, what this signifies is there's 3 spots left, and there's 4 teams that are viable options. Right? Those 4 teams, you might ask. One of them is sitting right next to me here. Mikey Harmon McCormick and the Rats.
Dude, we've been getting hot.
The Rats are sizzling.
Resilient Rats.
The Rats are hot. You know who else is a very hot team right now is Giff. Right, but you said too. Look at the numbers he's putting up. That's hot. There's sizzle on that steak. All right.
That's a good team. That's a good team.
That's a good team. So those 2 teams, also going to be Chase. Right. Chase is a good team. Chase is a very good team. I think he's had 2 wins straight. He's doing well. He's got a big game this week, if I remember correctly. Mike, can you tell me who he plays? Dylan, that's right. And Dylan just went off. That's right. So Chase should win that one. And then hopefully Pat is going to be tied in there at that 4th team vying for that 3-spot window. So we'll see. I should win this week. But you know what? There's a reason we play the games, because should doesn't get you shit. Okay. So that's kind of what we got in it. Like number 8, these teams don't matter. These teams are out. Okay. Grant, you're out. You lost 5 straight. You're out. Tristan, you gave it a good run, but you just fell up short. Christian McCaffrey, you had a lot of problems this year. Okay. Andy, you're not going to make it. And then Billy, Dylan, obviously not. So that's what we're looking at. That's how the league is going to shake out. 1, 2, 3 are settled. 4, 5, 6. Really anybody's game. It's coming down to it. This is fun. This is fun.
Competitive Yeet League.
Mike, what did you think about that? Was that all right?
Yeah.
Any problems there?
I agree. There is that. I mean, the 1, 2, and 3.
Those are locks.
Pretty much locked. It just kind of depends on big game with Dakota and Colin this week. And
right.
Then, so Dakota wins that. I mean, he's got a gazillion points.
And then some.
He'll get the 1 seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to be determined. Stay tuned. Next matchup's coming up next. But I think I have
right
one.
You have to get out and vote or do some balloting. And I don't care. Look, here's the story. If you're not feeling well, if you're so sick, if you go to your doctor and he goes, "I'm sorry, sir, but you've only got a few weeks left. And it's November 1st. And he gives you the ultimate word, not looking good. You haven't got long left. I don't care. And nobody else in this room cares. You have to, on November 8th, get out of bed and get out and vote, right? Get out and vote.
And then we come back.
And now we're back.
And I would say there's
one bone to pick?
One bone to
Oh,
pick.
shoot.
One
All right,
bone
let's
to
hear it.
pick. Just with the bottom teams, some of those teams win this week. They could be in.
They're not gonna. They're not. You look at points. You look at the matchups. Just statistically, I'm a numbers guy. I had a couple guys working on them this week, and not gonna happen.
Yeah. What were the name of those guys that were working?
Oh, Hugh Hung, Ting Miao, and Tai Pao. I have a Chinese think tank. They're very good at math.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And they're
Yeah.
into NFL football, or they're just
Well, no, they
like math?
they actually hate the NFL. They only look at the raw data.
Really?
They don't even know what they don't know because I assign a random numeric number letter generator
Raw sushi, raw
for
data.
all of the players. So they don't know what they're looking at. It's just raw data to them.
Wow.
And they're cheap. They're all 6 years old.
Really?
It's a sweatshop.
Damn.
Yeah. We're also mining Bitcoin.
Good for them.
Good for
Detroit's
us.
already in the red zone.
Detroit. Rock City. Mike, let's get some matchups.
Let's just do it. But first,
Oh, cheers, baby.
cheers.
Broncos.
It's good to be
country.
back.
Let's ride.
Mike's matchups, week 14. Ladies and gentlemen, I had too much pre-workout for my workout earlier today, so I'm kind of amped right now. But last week, we went 4-2. We had a pretty goddamn good week. Overall, we are 46-32. Not sure what kind of winning percentage that would amount to, but it's a good one.
It's not bad.
If that were a baseball team, I would take it.
That'd be a good win.
Yeah.
Good record there. So
Our first game of week 14, Chase and Dylan. Like we said earlier,
C&D.
everybody is still in play for the playoffs. So that's pretty exciting. I don't know if we've really had a situation like that before.
I'm not sure Dylan's really viable for the playoffs.
Hey,
but
Dylan's still sitting at 6-7 right now. If he gets this dub, he goes to 7-7. I will start off by saying I am picking Dylan this week over
upset.
Chase. The thing with these two teams, Chase is missing Nico
He's having some problems right now.
and Zay Flowers, and then Dylan is missing Joe Mixon and Brian Robinson Jr. So, got some depth issues on both of these teams.
So if Dylan wins, Chase is out.
Correct. I would like to see Dylan win this week because I think Chase is kind of a scary team when he's
When he's 100%,
yeah.
he's very good. Yeah.
absolutely. But Chase at 110 currently, Dylan at 103 before Thursday Night Football started. I'm picking Dylan this week, and he's going to get to 7-7. I didn't pick an upset of the week on paper here, but I think that's going to be our upset of the
That
week.
could very well be.
Yeah.
Let's see what the rest of it is. But hey,
Absolutely.
upset of the week, baby.
Our next game, Tristan Peters and Grant Davidson. Tristan, just a weird season for you, my friend.
Very true.
Every single week, you are projected like 125 to 130, 140, somewhere in there. And I can't remember the last time that you hit that. CMC, man. I won't even get started with it because it will probably just depress you by hearing it, Tristan. But Grant is projected at 116, Tristan at 130 right now. Grant needs a big week from Jay Jettis. He has not done shit for Grant pretty much the last 5 weeks, and that's why Grant's on a 5-game losing streak. So
he's in the dumps.
Grant is currently starting 2 tight ends, one in his tight end spot, obviously,
I missed that.
and then one in his flex. So
who are the 2 tight ends?
fuck. Well, I know one's the let's look here, Jonnu Smith, who's been fucking awesome.
Yeah,
great pickup, Grant. But then Jawan Johnson.
Who the hell is that?
He's the Saints tight end, and Taysom Hill is hurt. So maybe it's a good play. Maybe it's a stupid one. I'm not really sure. But
Sorry,
we're picking TP
Tristan
this week. So
big upset
he
there.
will move to 6-8, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get you in the playoffs, my friend.
So if your matchups are correct,
we'll get there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Okay.
This is fun.
Trent and Mr. Patty Nips in our next game.
we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much that you're going to get sick and tired of winning.
Last week, Patrick has changed his name to the Burger Boys.
The Burger Boys.
But he was more like the Flatbread Boys last week.
Flatbread
because
freak.
They fell flat on their face.
That was kind of rude.
Just a premier opportunity for you to separate yourself, like I have. But you fell flat on your face. But
I did.
no Cortland Sutton this week. He's on a bye, correct?
Correct.
A lot of good teams on buys this week.
Yeah. Well, because there was no buys last week with Thanksgiving.
Weird.
So they delayed it a week.
Yeah.
What can you do?
We're working through some depth issues this year.
No, the
so
BBs are fine.
expect some weird things to happen in Yeet League Week 14. Trent, I will say, Nick Westbrook Akine, what a fucking pickup. He's caught. I think he has like a very low amount of targets this year and like 8 fucking touchdowns. All he does is catch touchdowns. He caught 2 last week.
Unfair. Don't
so
like it.
He is going kind of crazy for you, Trent. But Trent's projected at 112, Pat at 129. I got Pat in this game.
He's getting a touchdown every 4 targets.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is really insane.
He's getting a touchdown every
How many targets?
Every 38 targets. 8 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
He's getting, every time he catches the ball, there's a 50% chance he's going to score a touchdown.
Really? Who just scored for the Lions? David Montgomery.
Chuck Bruce.
Good for you, Trent. Might have to change my pick.
No, it's too late. The pick's in.
Okay. Pat
The pick is in.
is getting a dub this week. He's moving to 7-7. Trent to 8-6.
Let's go.
Our game of the week.
Oh, who we got? Yeah, you did. Give it a sec. You're live.
And we're back.
We're back.
Dakota
difficulties.
and Colin in our game of the week.
Great game of the week.
2 teams that are on top of the league right now. Dakota scores a whole bunch of points. Colin's right up there too.
This is the number 1 seed decider.
Colin's got the better record currently. He's at 9-4. Dakota at 8-5. Dakota, no Lamar this week. So
Mr. Williams, the gay guy from Chicago.
The gay guy from Chicago.
That's what they call him.
I think this is a great matchup. We got 2 really good teams. Lots of buys. I know Dakota doesn't have Derrick Henry or McLaurin.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring
But the winner gets the 1 seed in this game. So they get a bye. It's not for sure that I think Colin can lose and still get the 2 seed, but Dakota, if he loses and Trent wins, I believe Dakota would fall probably to the 3 seed. So
that would make sense.
Dakota is hoping to win this game, and Colin, he can be okay losing it. So I'm picking Dakota this week. He's projected at 119, Colin at 123. But we got Double D Beats taking the dub.
Double D Beats.
Our next game, Blake and Will. No one really gives a fuck about this game. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the toilet bowl here this week.
But Blake needs a big week from his wide receivers, and Blake just flat out needs to put up a ton of points and win to be able to make the playoffs.
To have any shot whatsoever.
Yeah. And Will, just Tyreek Hill has been a total bust this year. That's really unfortunate. He had a touchdown last week, but I'm picking Blake this week. So Blake's got a shot, but he's got to put up the points.
You need the points.
And last but not least, we have myself and we have Zachary Gifford.
This is a big game.
Giff needs a W. Giff needs a W. It looks like he's off to a pretty good start in this Lions-Packers game. But the Rats are hot, and we are the hottest team in the league. Last week, we put up 151 points.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what, Bucky Irving, league winner. Lad McConkey, league winner. We got Mike Evans back. He's doing his thing. Man, I'm just getting fucked by these trades this year. But
hasn't worked out well. A lot of injuries.
Regardless, the Rats are still resilient. And we got a big dub last week. Will almost scared the shit out of me on Monday Night Football. He had Njoku and the Broncos D. They both went crazy. So, Will, you put up a good fight. But Giff, I am taking myself this week because I don't pick against myself.
Of course not.
Only a couple times. But when I got a shot, I'm picking myself. So
you bet the house.
Giff would fall to 6-8. I would go to 8-6. And if my predictions are true, this is how the seeding will occur.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Dakota will be number 1. Colin will be number 2. Depending on our points, Trent and I will be 3 and 4. And then Pat, if you win, you have a lot of points. I think you'll be the 5 seed. And then Dylan, I have him winning. I think he gets the 6 seed.
Interesting.
So, lots to play for this week. Here's the thing. Nobody remembers who's 2nd through 11th, right? We only remember who wins
Numero uno.
and who's the fucking loser.
Who gets taped to a tree?
So,
Hey, whose tree were you using this year?
I don't know. We got to come up with a punishment.
No, we got to tape him to a tree.
I'm okay with that, but
It's as good as
I
it
thought we
gets.
were switching it up. So,
I mean, we
Who
can.
knows?
I
Who
like
knows?
the tree.
a lot of buys this week. Eat League, it's been fun. We still got a couple more weeks to go.
It's been a blast.
Playoffs are heating up. And that's pretty much all I got for you, Yeet League.
Let's think about the punishment here for a second.
Okay.
How many people have actually been taped to a tree? You did it. Tristan did it.
Nick Wycliffe.
Nick Wycliffe. I was not there for that. Who else? Is that it? Who was the first? Tristan was the
Tristan
first,
and Nick
right?
were the first ones in our backyard in Windsor Heights.
Yep.
And then,
Has Tristan lost twice?
no.
Just the one time. Okay.
Yeah. And I got taped to your tree in Iowa City.
Yep. We did that at the draft, didn't we?
Correct.
Yep. That was fun.
Is
Is that it?
I might have been the last one to get taped.
I think you were. Who lost last year?
It's Jesse.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got relegated.
Yeah. So that's punishing enough, I guess.
You got relegated to Harvard or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, something like
Jesus.
that.
Well, guys, if you
look-
have any ideas, drop them in the comments, as Mike would say.
After you like and subscribe, of course.
LNS. And share with a few friends. Why not?
Yeah.
You know,
Share with your coworkers.
share with your coworkers.
Yeah.
Put it in the Teams chat first thing tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
guys.
Hey guys, check this out.
Hey, tune into the Green Bay game. I'm thinking Detroit just barely. What do you think? They're up 7-0.
They're up 7-0, so they're at home. It's hard to pick against them.
Go Hawks.